I think I was a lesbian before I was ever anything. But like I was kissing girls like in the bathroom, like
Oh, wow.
doing all the things. Like, if you look at the history of black artists and being at labels, they wanted me to be something I wasn't. Some great people that were trying their best because they believed in me, but it just wasn't always clicking. I know that the way that I am is a bit complicated. So thank you for waiting. Thank you for your patience. You're the reason we made it. I'm here, then I'm gonna leave you alone. There you go.
You're gonna make me cry. When I tell you how excited I am
Oh, hi.
Honestly.
to have you, I've literally, I mean, we've been chasing you for how long?
I feel like a year.
Yeah.
It's been a minute.
Yeah.
It's just that I've seen the messages come in.
Yeah. I literally am so excited because there's a nice story that's like connects us as a couple with you. You're not aware of it, but you're part of this now.
I've been waiting to hear this story. Like, every time it's like, I'm like, okay, I want to know the story.
First of all, welcome, Hamza.
Welcome, Hamza, to the show.
Oh,
Thanks for coming. You look amazing,
Thank
obviously.
thank you so much.
But yes, thank you so much for coming. And I want you to kind of start to, because it's linked a bit more with you, and then it kind of
Yeah, a little
Yeah.
bit. So
Yeah.
I've actually seen you perform
yeah.
in LA
What?
2 years ago.
So, do you remember the venue or what?
October
like, it
2
was?
years ago.
October 2 years ago.
Was it at
It was a bit out of the main city.
the Moroccan Lounge? Was it like my headline? And was
I
there?
could probably get videos.
Yeah,
of
we've got
actually.
And oh my god, no way!
I think I actually.
Was there someone like screaming at the front the whole time?
That's probably him.
No.
No. Okay. No.
Wait, let me see. When would this be?
It
2020.
was October 2022 or 20. So basically, your song "Hard to Love,"
Yeah.
I've been obsessed with. So I love that song because sometimes we all feel a bit like that, and you sung that live at that point, and he filmed it and sent it to me.
Moroccan Lounge. To love song. Hey.
Is it the Moroccan Lounge?
Yeah,
Is
that's
that
a
it's called?
Moroccan-
Oh, okay.
that was my first headline show in LA.
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
You're part of history, boo.
She
You're
was
part
there.
of history. Yeah.
The reason why
Yeah.
that story is so important to me is because basically I went on a work trip to LA
Mhm.
and it was an amazing trip, but I did feel a little bit out of place.
Mm.
And then we went to watch you and your show,
Mhm.
and I was surrounded by black people and
Mm.
your music. And
Mhm.
honestly, the way I was feeling anxious before, and
Mm.
then you were playing, I just had like a rush of
Yeah.
calm come over me.
Babe, don't make me cry.
And
I feel like you're a bit nervous to say it, but basically, like, and then you can jump in because
Yeah.
But basically, like that period of time was like really like a really tough like period of time of like work and like mental
Yeah.
health and stuff. And then he went away to LA, and we struggled with that because we hadn't been apart like since we got together.
Just keep-
And it was really nice, like when he went, and like it was not anything like terrible, but you know, there's just like implicit stuff, like maybe being said, like all that kind of stuff. That's
yeah, and it was like the only person of color, and just being around other people,
Yeah.
just like it set me at ease. So thank you.
Yeah.
Oh my god, no, thank you for telling me that. I think that's insane because my experience of LA was kind of the opposite. So I'm like,
Oh, okay.
the fact that I'm not in at all to invalidate anything you experienced. I'm also of like, I'm really glad that when you came to my show, that was your like kind of encounter of something different.
Yes.
Because again, like you said, the room was filled with like people that look like me and
Yeah.
people that look like you. And
Mm.
I think having that experience in LA will change like the feeling
100%.
and the energy for sure. So I'm glad that helped and everything.
Yeah, it really did.
I want to know about the song if you have
Okay,
to. Like, I want to know
yeah.
because it's so like, obviously that's the reason why people love listening to music
Mhm.
is because it's so like raw and true,
Yeah.
and it's really vulnerable.
Oh, thanks.
And why do you feel hard to love?
Oh gosh. So
Straight into it.
from a very young age, I like was diagnosed. I think I was around like 14 or 15. I was diagnosed with like moderate to severe depression, and they put me on meds and all the stuff. And I was going to CAMS. I don't know if you know what CAMS is,
Yeah.
but yeah, I was going to all of that. And so just to set the scene, I kind of, I wouldn't say I had a troubled childhood by any means, but I just emotionally, internally everything was a lot, and I was going through a lot, undiagnosed ADHD, probably a little bit undiagnosed autism, all the things, and I'm just trying to like manage life. And so a constant throughout like my teenage years was a lot of this feeling of like I'm constantly burdening my friends with whatever the hell's wrong with me.
Mm.
And while they may not have explicitly said that or alluded to that, it's just something that, you just have that anxiety inside of, oh gosh, I don't want to bring this up again, or I don't want to talk about
Yeah.
this again. And I kind of, towards the end of my teens, started getting closer to who my best friends are now. And it just, when I would sit and think about the friendships that I had with those people, shout out to Callie and Seti, with those people, it made me realize, wow, I really do have, and many other friends, of course, not
Yeah.
many. I say many. I have like 5, 6 friends, but the people that I'm really close to, they know themselves. And just thinking about how rich I was in that, and like, just I know I must be hard to love sometimes, but like you're always there, and you may not even think I'm hard to love, but I think I'm hard to love. So it's kind of like telling myself, despite what you may think about yourself, there are people that love you.
Just
Yeah.
the way you are, kind of.
Yeah.
So it's like a friendship love. It wasn't even romantic.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Interesting.
Friendship
Oh,
love,
see,
yeah.
So that's so
Okay.
fun, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
Because you kind of like
Romantically, I'm thinking.
well, yeah,
Yeah.
it's like subjective. Like I took
Yeah.
it as like basically in that period of time, anxiety, very like pure OCD vibes.
Yes.
So I'd never actually suffered with depression. I've got like low moods, but I've never. Mine is more anxious.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember like when we first got together, I had a really bad spout of it, and then I was like, when I heard the song, it hit, and I was like, oh God, I must be so hard to love. Like I must be. But then it was like it uplifted me, because it was one of
Yeah.
those things where I was just like, actually, it doesn't matter even if you are.
Yeah.
He still loved me anyway, even if I thought people. So it's such a beautiful song.
Yeah.
Can't stop singing it. And
Yeah,
that's the
it's
worst
kind
thing.
of
No, that makes
ingrained
my
in the
heart
mind.
so warm. I think it's also difficult because while obviously like I've been doing this for a while, and I know that when I write songs, people, I mean, there are streams on the page, but you just don't know a lot of the people behind the stream. You never really get to meet
Yeah.
even an eighth of the people that listen to your music in real life.
100%,
Yeah.
And so it's always just like nice to like hear the stories, and like when I'm thinking in my room, like, oh, this is all for nothing. Nobody cares about me.
Yeah.
And that the story is like personally touching your life. So like,
Yeah.
oh,
And helping through. I think that's so beautiful. Like helping through, like that song helped me through. So even just one person like genuinely
yeah,
helped me. Like, and that must be so cool that you did that. Like you're
it blows my mind a little bit.
it's so nice.
It's
What do you write music for? Is it for yourself? Is it therapy for yourself, or do you?
Oh, I think I write music because, okay, it's funny you asked me that. Because you're getting all the vibes, because I've just been in a lot of thinking in the last like
Okay.
Okay.
couple of weeks and months. But I realized that not that I struggle to talk to people about my feelings, but I do struggle a little bit to like articulate what really goes on in my brain,
Okay.
because it's a lot. Like
Yeah.
I lose, unless you're asking me a very direct question, I lose train of thought a lot. Like I've tried to film like cute get ready with me chit chat videos,
Yeah.
and I would be like, so guys, da 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 da. And then when I'm editing it, I have to like chop out so much, so it's very choppy.
Yeah.
So
Is that the ADHD
yes,
coming through? Okay.
most definitely. And it's just kind of funny when I watch it back as well. I'm like, girl, speak. So I think for me, writing songs is the way that I'm able to articulate what goes on in my head. So
Okay.
maybe not so much like therapy, because sometimes I write the song and the emotion still very much exists. I think not that I mean, everyone has their own reasons for writing, but for me personally, I feel like it's similar to how I feel about crying almost. It's like crying is definitely really, you should cry.
Yeah.
Cry, y'all.
Yeah.
But
It's
crying,
scary.
sometimes for me, crying doesn't like it's like it's helpful for the moment to release and like your nervous system to like let go, but it doesn't change what's going on. And so it's like
So you don't like crying, or
not that I don't like crying. I just sometimes end up feeling like, oh gosh, I just cried, and now the situation's still the same.
yeah. It didn't fix it.
I'm gonna have to cry again, and that's how I get into those like spirals.
okay?
So, of like low moods and depression and like in those like really bad seasons. So I try not to like linger there too long.
Yeah.
So for me, writing really is just like helpful for me to rid of whatever is on my mind. And then when I get to listen to it English. When I get to listen to them again and again after the fact, that helps me to process. So maybe a form of therapy in its own kind of unique way.
But singing itself as well, like that's like really good for your like vagus nerve. It's good for your like your whatever nerve.
Something.
Science. So that must be like also like when you get that feeling, I can imagine like you're writing something and it's like that like singing it. Does that like heal? Does that feel good?
So I think in the studio, because it's a little bit more like chop chop, like start stop, like okay, cut this, do this take, do that harmony.
Okay.
Like that process is more just like getting it out, and then doing live shows and or like an acoustic version where you just have to do the whole set all the way through, the whole song all the way through.
Yeah.
Things like that is where you'll see me getting like emotional. And I remember when back in the day I had it's happened a few times, but this one in particular really gets me. I was doing a rehearsal for, I can't remember what it was, but it was a while ago, when I was still like signed and a baby. And we had rehearsals, and there's this song, and it's called More. I think it was called More. I can't remember what the title was, but the chorus went, more of your love, 'cause my heart is burning. I need your trust, 'cause I'm only learning how. Anyway, it's like a really emotional chorus, like song I wrote about an ex, and I was like yearning or whatever.
Yeah.
And I remember singing it and like falling to my knees on the floor, just like in tears. And then everyone's like,
on stage?
no, like in rehearsals.
Okay.
And then everyone was like, is she, oh, she's crying. Oh. And I was like, okay, guys, I'm good. And then again,
from the top.
from the top. And then it happened again this around the time when I released my project Rush, and we were filming. We did like the live sessions, and we were filming, and I have a song called Miracle. Trying to boost, like literally we're recording now, so like cameras are up, sound is running, where the band is playing.
Yeah.
And it's like my chakras just, my throat just it wouldn't open. I was like, oh. I was like,
you were just so emotionally linked to the song.
So that's for me when.
How do you get through that? Like, how do you then sing though? That must be quite hard, no?
Just stop, and then I think when it comes, it's hard to sing, and then you take a moment. And then singing through that, I sometimes have my most beautiful, like, vocal performances.
Because it's passion, it's energy, isn't it?
Yeah, it can also be kind of annoying. It's like, why couldn't I do this on the record? Or like, why can't I hear this, like, you
hit that perfect or like husky note, and you're like, fuck, why didn't I?
The run is like, or like in rehearsal, when it happens in rehearsal, especially, or like sound check. Oh my gosh, singers out there, you will know. Sometimes the sound check is better than the performance.
Actually,
yo,
because you're a bit more relaxed, aren't you? Because you're not as nervous, so your voice is not as tense. But then you go live and you're like,
so flat.
That would drive me mad, because I was just like, no, I swear I hit the note. I swear I can hit the note.
I promise you I can.
Yeah.
If we were to go back to the origins of it, then how did you get into singing? Like, have you always been a singer, or did it like a certain moment happen which led into it?
People may not believe this, but I never wanted to be a singer.
Oh.
What did you want to be?
I just wanted to be a star. I think wherever.
That's so cute. I love it.
I'm a star.
My family will tell you, get me on the stage.
Okay.
I don't give a toss how. Just get me on the stage.
Okay.
And when I say a star, I mean, you know what a child thinks being a star is? You know, you do the plays and you do the showcases.
Yeah.
You do the little talent show.
Yeah.
And, you know, all of that. I was that kid. I was like, give me every instrument.
Are you a Leo?
No, my girlfriend is though.
What are you?
Guess.
Oh, okay. I would
Capricorn.
say
No, you're not gonna. What? Go on.
Sagittarius.
Correct.
Oh.
Oh, that's so cute. Yes, I'm a Sag.
Okay.
So the origins.
Wait, so your birthday's like?
I just turned 27.
Oh my god, you're so old. I'm 33.
I'm about to hit 30.
Like,
Stress. Don't.
You've accomplished so much, but we'll get on to that. Okay. Go
oh
on.
gosh. Okay, so the origins. Yeah, I didn't actually want to be a singer. I went to boarding school for secondary school. Actually, went to two. One called King Edward School, Whitley. One called Christ Hospital.
How was
like
that?
it?
Yeah.
I loved it.
Did you?
Oh.
Okay.
I mean, mm, I love the idea that like I'm with my friends all the time,
Okay.
and I also like school. Like I like learning and I like education,
Okay.
but I just think there was things that again, and I told you, I went through a lot at that young age
Yeah.
internally, and so whatever was happening to me, like things that happen at school, you have a little boyfriend, and then it goes to shit, and then your friends all around you stop being your friend because they're all friends with him, and then like
Yeah.
da 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 da, and then this
And it feels
person's
so intense at that moment.
yeah, this
Yeah.
person's lying on about what something you said, and then it becomes a whole thing, and everyone hates you.
Yeah.
And you start smoking, secondary school shit,
Yeah.
basically. And after I basically didn't, so I didn't end up making it all the way through school. Some people, I don't know, some people think I dropped out because I didn't finish my A levels. I was doing the IB. I opened that textbook and I saw the contents page of the biology book. I said,
Girl, not for me.
I'm not doing this.
IB is so hard as well. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I was like, I'm not doing it. The teacher was like, stop making it seem. I was like, Miss, I'm not doing it. She was like, okay, well, you can go. I said, thank you. So I went and changed the A levels.
Okay.
Didn't make it through that either. And I think people think I left for whatever reasons. And honestly, don't really care. But I left because of my mental health.
Okay.
It was bad. And
Yeah.
so after I left school, my mum was like, you need to do something though. And not in that way of what everyone thinks a stereotypical African parent is. It was more like, and I say African parent because that's how people will understand what I'm trying to say. Africa is a continent.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't
But-
try it.
Yeah. But that thing, it was more like, you can't just sit on your ass after you just decided to drop out of private school that I spent like months and years trying to make sure you were good to get into, like making sure I scored scholarship. I went to school on scholarships and bursaries, drama, academics, music, and then some. She had to, so like real serious grant
Yeah.
application vibes.
Yeah.
And, to get me out of Hackney. And I didn't do it. So she's like, well, you got to do something,
Okay.
girl.
Yes. Yes.
Please. But yeah, literally. So after that, I tried to go to City and Islington College for a term.
What age? 18,
So-
19 at this
So
point,
I left
right?
school 17. I left
17.
when I was 17.
Okay.
16, 17. And
Your years, you had to stay in education till 18, right?
yes.
I think mine was the
The
last
last one.
year.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
So I left at 17 and then went to City and Islington College for all of about, I don't know, a term. But in
Okay.
that term, I probably went to school 7 times.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I don't
You just
even know,
hated it.
10 times. It was just, I applied to do songwriting because I'm like, oh, I songwrite.
Okay.
And then I got there and they're teaching you how to use a DAW, which is basically like Logic or
Okay.
whatever, which is like, I do this every day in my bedroom.
You're not actually learning
I'm
anything.
not learning anything. So
Yeah.
then my ADHD kicks in and I was just like, yeah, I can't do this.
Mm.
So, and I left in a really horrible way. So if anyone that I went to college with sees this, I'm really sorry for flunking our final performance to go to work.
Oh, no.
Bad. I just flunked. I was like, I did the rehearsal and everything. And then I told my teacher, like, by the way, I can't do the final performance. So that's not how this works. I was like, that's how this works because I have to go to work and make money. Like, I don't have money. So I'm not coming. And he was like, you have to do it. I'm like, I'm not doing it. So I'm so sorry. Like, genuinely, that was really messed up of me, but I was going through a lot.
Yeah.
So
Forgive me.
forgive me, please. Like,
Yeah.
so yeah, did that. And then I was just posting on YouTube. I'm not even going to say what, because if anyone finds it, I'll be mortified. Posting on SoundCloud, the classic. Like, I put
Yeah.
a song out on SoundCloud and submitted it to like Represent Radio and
Yeah.
just started trying to like do something with the fact that I knew how to like write songs, and then posted a video on Twitter and not that it went viral or anything, but someone found it and like took me in and was like started managing me. So from that point, it was like, oh, okay, now I'm in the music industry.
Yeah.
And then from there, it was I was independent for a little bit, released one project independently, and then very quick, I think before we put the project out, the song had circulated around some of the record labels before it came out, and it was like, oh yeah. Then I very quickly entered the signed world.
What is that like?
Yeah.
What's the reality of the music industry?
So let me tell you what I thought the music industry was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought when I was younger, the music industry to me, and I kid you not, I tell the story all the time. There's this bubble, and in the bubble is like Katy Perry, Christina Aguilera, Beyonce,
Yeah.
all the pop stars, the queens, the J-Los, and all the people, right? So in my mind, that's what the music industry is. And the radio, I didn't understand how that worked because you're just hearing voices.
Yeah.
I thought they like put a box in the car and then the music is on. I don't know how.
Yeah.
So my idea of that was crazy. So when I started getting into it, and I got told, oh yeah, this record label wants to meet you. They heard your song. They'd love to sit down and have a chat with you. And I was like, okay. And very quickly I realized, oh, that's what this is. I mean, I like how it feels. It's almost
What do you mean, sorry?
Like just a job.
I was kind of like excited that by the idea of like record label. I'm like
Yeah.
19.
Okay.
So I'm like, oh, record label. And, oh,
Yeah.
wow.
I'm a star.
Yeah, this is the big
literally.
break.
This is it.
Yeah.
Like, this is it. It's happening. It's
Yeah.
happening. I didn't expect for this to be. I was going to go to university and study like international business in Canada or something.
Yeah.
Like I was not fussed about I was just going to probably do performing arts on the side, or maybe just do some theater training just alongside whatever it was I was doing. So when this was happening, I was like, oh yeah, sure, I'll do that. You know, impulsiveness and all the things.
Yeah.
But then I quickly realized, like, if you want to do this, it's actually kind of serious. And there are things like contracts involved.
Yeah.
And then when I got I went to loads of different label meetings. I think I went to Island, to Polydor, to Parlophone, to Virgin EMI. I mean, all these labels are now switching and swashing around.
Yeah.
Just a bunch of different labels. I ended up signing with Parlophone was Parlophone at the time. But yeah, I remember when I got my first contract, I think Virgin EMI were the first people to ever offer me a record contract. And I looked at it and I was like, I was a bit numb. I was a bit like, oh, that's a record deal offer, like in front of me. And I kind of just didn't understand it all. To me, I was like, well, if this means I get to go to the studio and shoot music videos and maybe get to act in a film one day, then yeah, sign me up, babe.
Yeah.
But we didn't end up taking the first offer because it was just like, just hold on, let's meet another team, and just you just play the game.
Yeah,
Also, the team, the team at Virgin EMI were really lovely.
Okay.
Shout out to y'all. That I really enjoyed the meeting. I really enjoyed the people, and there's still some people that I know that work there that I'm fond of. So
Yeah.
it was a people business.
Yeah.
And then with Parlophone, it was like, oh, it feels like they care a lot more about my development and different ideas of things that we could do that relate to my culture. I remember in the presentation they had this idea of going back to Kenya and having someone film and me making a project out there, things like that.
Oh.
And I'm from Kenya, so I was like, oh, you guys know me.
Yeah, they get it.
You get me, you get it. So I was just really excited to and also they had a point to prove. They just had a rejig. So I was really excited. I could see that Mitch was super passionate about me. Kamali was super passionate about me, Nick, and everyone that was at the label at the time. So I was like, you know what? This feels good.
Yeah.
So then, I signed, and then it didn't last that long.
Are you signed now?
No.
Okay.
I'm independent.
Do we like being independent? Is it a bit easier or?
Is it easier?
Because I feel like there's a lot of independent artists.
Yeah.
I think the answer to that is no.
Okay.
Oh, it's not easier.
It's not easier, but it is more freeing in a sense that I can make. And I'm not saying all labels don't allow you to make what you want. But the common thread and a very common denominator is that when you're at a label, even if it's not obvious, they're trying to steer you into what they believe you should be doing.
What did they have ideas for you then, I'm guessing?
I don't think they even knew. And
Okay.
that's what ended up being, I think, the clashing point.
Okay.
Because when I came in, I was a very like pop ballad type of writer artist.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that was my vibe. I remember I had this record that I came in with that I wanted to be the single that we released when we, after the signing.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, not yet. You're not like, that song's kind of almost like they said the song's kind of bigger than me. So want to like build you up first and then we put something like that out. So I was like, you know what? If they believe in the record that much, yeah, I'm going to listen. And obviously these are the experts, so I'm
Yeah.
listening. They would put me, I went into sessions with loads of really big producers, big pop producers. And I'm writing stuff that I'm like I like, but I think it got to a point where they didn't really want to release any of those songs and then wanted me to do other stuff that felt a bit more like R&B leaning, not R&B, but just like leaning, and then wanted me to go in with more like Afro pop producers. And then when it came to positioning, it was like, oh, we want to position you to get like the urban, whatever the urban means, but that was the word at the time. The urban listeners first, and that so you can have
And
like,
then go into
cultural
pop.
relevancy,
And
and
then
then
mainstream.
mainstream.
Right,
Okay.
But we know that that is kind of the quote unquote, like, I'm not saying it's cheap to do that. I'm saying that's the cheap way to do what I wanted to do or what I wanted to be.
Is that a common thing that happens in the music industry then? They kind of push people to go into that lane of music. And it's like, okay, later on then we'll...
Yeah,
Okay.
I would assume so, because if you look at the history of Black artists and being at labels, the common thing is always they wanted me to be something I wasn't.
Yeah.
And so over time now, where I've had time to spread my wings and meet different people, I definitely lean into more of a soulful R&B space, but it's not like traditional, like, well, not even say traditional. It doesn't. I don't sound like a Summer Walker. I don't sound like a Mariah the Scientist. I don't sound like even a Bella or a K1 or I don't know, a Flow, whatever it is.
Yeah.
I definitely just have my own kind of version of soul music.
Got you.
At that time, I wanted to do pop in a soulful pop way.
Yeah.
And so radio stations that would have been good for that are your Capitals, your Radio 2s, your Radio 6, your Radio 1.
Yeah.
But maybe on their end, they were struggling because they didn't feel like the radios would respond to it. I don't know.
Yeah, or
Got
like the
you.
listeners or whatever.
Yeah, so whatever it was, but I do definitely have had a lot of support at radio. Throughout my career, I cannot fault
Yeah.
any of the people that have like put me on there. But it's just, it's a mixture of opinions and people, and sometimes people just get assigned an artist and then have to work it and they don't know what to do. I had some great people that were trying their best because they believed in me, but it just wasn't always clicking.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I ended up getting into a really horrible relationship that I think everyone thought was the reason to why I lost my focus. But actually, I remember saying to my label at the time, like, I just want to go away to the countryside for 3 days and just write. Like, I'm my best when I'm in the green. Like, just let me go and write. They're like, no. I'm thinking maybe it's a budget thing, right? But then they did a camp for me at a studio in Brixton and had like 3 to 4 rooms and like 10 producers in and out and loads of writers trying to basically curate something that for like a sound or trying to get the hit song. But I just let me go to the countryside.
You wanted control over your own music.
Yeah, let me just go and write with like a couple of people that I trust and I love, and let us spend some time and develop a sound that is cohesive and we can continue. But they're just like, oh, maybe nah. I remember I had a meeting with a label head and I said, oh, hey, like I would love to put out these songs because I believe in them for this reason and that reason. He said, okay, great. Put it in an email, send it to me, and we'll take a look at it. I followed up. I sent the email. I said, this is the song I want to release because of this song, explained why. I gave like, I want it to feel bold and like this and new. And just giving my passion. I got told I was being aggressive. for sending that email.
Really?
Yeah, I did. I got told I was being aggressive and forward. So, so in my mind, I was like, but I was told to send this email
Yeah.
by the person I sent the email
It's
to.
not aggression, it's passion.
But either way,
Yeah,
what's
you
the
knew it was
deal?
coming up, yeah.
Like because it didn't go through management, that it's an issue, because it didn't, like, it's just, if I had a meeting with the label head and he told me to send him an email and I sent him the email, what's the beef?
Yeah. There's a lot of I think behind the scenes opinions and things
Yes,
that happen
that I probably wasn't even
aware
aware of.
Yeah.
because that might have been like, obviously we don't know, I'm just speculating, but that might have been like a conversation that then went to management, and then they were like, oh, you're meant to deal with this, why am I still getting this email, even though there's it's like it's any company, it's a like corporation, which I think we don't know when we're younger.
Yeah.
But what I was thinking as well is about like, are contracts when they come, are they hard to get out of, or is there like a term and then you can kind of
It
leave
just
after?
depends on what you sign.
Okay.
It depends on what your contract looks like.
Right.
For me, by the end of it, I did. So I had the EP that we licensed to them, which I own 50% of the master because it was independent. And then I did Phases and I did Full Circle. So that's 2 EPs. And then after those 2 EPs would have been the first album option. And because I didn't do the first album, they dropped me before the first album came out. So they ended up having to pay me for the rest of the advance for the first album. And to be honest, they dropped me, so, but I was able, usually after you sign, you end up, or after you leave a label, you end up having this period of like, whether it's 6 months or 8 months before you can like release again. But they just gave me back my masters and just like let me go.
So what is your plan now?
Now, my first album's done.
Okay, when's that coming out?
Yeah. First album's done.
I wish I could just like sit there and sound that good.
First album, we are now. It's funny because when I was speaking to you guys about this, about like, I'm hoping to put this on.
Yeah.
And then like start rolling out from the beginning of the year,
Okay,
like or
fine.
the second quarter of the year.
Well, like the singles and
Yeah, yeah.
A music video and live shows.
Oh, she's got the tea.
Because there's only so
something.
much I can watch your live shows on YouTube. There's like 4, and I just keep rewatching them. So I'm just like,
Okay,
I
I'll
need
give
new
you
material, please.
I got you. And this is my album is some of the best work I've made.
Oh, I'm so excited.
So fun. It's so me. It's like I actually have a song on there talking about a woman. Like I think I have a song where I'm like, oh, and bye. And now it's like, I mean, the whole album, that's not the theme of the album,
But it's
but
there.
there's a
Touch
song
on
on
it.
there. Yeah, it's kind of like towards the end of the album. So the album basically tells the story of kind of my life the last couple of years and that journey. And then it gets to like a little bit of a fun section where I'm like letting go and I talk about that. It's actually a song I wrote at a camp in LA that the artist didn't end up wanting. And I was like, well, I like it.
I'll have it then, yeah.
I'll have it. And like, yeah.
Have it that.
Do you know, like, just in case, like, you want any, like, reviews or something before it's released, if you want to send any
got you.
songs.
Yeah, I got you. I'll send you a link.
Right, okay. Also,
Mm.
coming out as bi,
Yeah.
that's quite recent, right?
Well, so bi is like, this is a bit of a while ago. I'm a lesbian now.
Okay.
Talk us through that whole coming out experience, because I watched you on, was it Two's Two?
Yeah.
You first,
I
yeah.
love them.
They're so cute, yeah. So talk us through your experience, like, and how it was with the family, with your African family.
You know, African family. First of all, my family are the most like LGBTQ IA+ like ally friendly inclusivity vibes.
Love.
What is the family makeup? So do you have siblings? Like-
Okay, so my family is not traditional in any sense.
Okay.
So I am one of 7 by my dad, but I don't know my siblings because they all live in Zambia.
Okay.
My dad also lives in Zambia.
Is he
Okay.
from Zambia?
Yes.
Okay.
Then my mom, I'm her only child. I have my mom and like her closest friends. Those are my aunties.
Okay.
But like, you couldn't tell me they're not my. Those are my aunties.
Those-
Yeah.
yeah.
Aunties. Then whatever their families are, they like cousins.
Oh,
they're-
yeah,
Linked.
Nice.
You know the whole thing?
Yeah.
I I say this all the time, but I think I was a lesbian before I was ever anything. I'm talking like birth to maybe 10.
Okay.
Because I just loved gal too much. And I didn't understand it. I didn't know why. I was like, ugh, I don't know if this is kind of weird, but like I was, like, I mean, we kiss in the playground vibes, but like I was kissing girls like in the bathroom, like,
Oh, wow.
doing all the things, like, just I was like, it was my affinity towards like, and like my crush. I didn't understand what it was, obviously,
Yeah.
but my affinity was always towards girls. But then I would always try to have like a little boyfriend so that I would like fit in.
Yeah.
I was always a tomboy, very much a tomboy, and not just because if you're a tomboy you're gay, but just like I was that.
Yeah.
And when I quickly realized that being a tomboy meant that boys wouldn't like me, I tried to like not be a tomboy.
And you tilted more towards the feminine
Yeah,
side? Okay.
and so even to the point when I went to secondary school, my first like couple of days at the school, the girls in the boarding, so we have boarding houses that are like named, and we know that certain houses are girls' houses, certain houses are boys' houses.
Right.
So we're on this kind of like socializing area, and one of the older girls comes up to me and says, "Oh, like they're trying to like they're being funny, right? They're trying to like get me and this girl set up because they think I'm a boy." I think they thought I was a boy, so they were like,
Okay.
"Oh yeah, I'm not gonna say her name because."
Yeah.
No.
But
Jennifer.
oh my god, I was gonna say Jenny. No, I was gonna say Jenny.
Jenny.
So, so, oh, Jenny likes you. Da, 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 da. I'm like, okay, whatever. Bear in mind, when I went to school, I had like straight backs, and I was wearing a grey tracksuit from Foot Locker and Air Forces. Like I
Love.
could have been a boy. And they were like, "Oh, what house are you in?" I was like, "College," which is Coleridge A. And they were like, "Huh? You sure not mid?" I'm like, which is Middleton. I was like, "No, I'm in College." They're like, "You're a girl." Oh. It was like a whole thing. I was like, okay. And then I remember like,
How did that feel? Was that annoying or was that all right? Like, how did
I
it
was
feel?
like, oh, it's giving boy? Okay. I mean, I don't care if she likes me if like I'm a girl. Like,
yeah.
it's not that deep. But and then I remember I think properly like fancied a boy for the first time. His name was actually Xavier Ware. Shout out to Xavier Ware. I was like, I think the first boy I ever fancied like in my life. And then I was like, okay, so I'm bi. Interesting. And then
How old are you?
How old were
At this point,
So
sorry.
I was like 11.
Okay.
Obviously, I don't know the names for stuff. I'm just
you're
like,
just thinking like, I like
Okay.
boys.
I like
Yeah.
girls, I like boys.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then time went on, and like fancied a few boys here. And I was always the friend that was like the wingman to all my girls and my guys because I was really close to all the guys, and I was always really close to like the girls they fancied.
Yeah.
So I would end up playing wingman. That's actually how I became best friends with my friend Sedi because I was wingmaning him.
Okay.
And yeah, we ended up becoming cool.
Okay.
So when I left secondary school, I remember, and this is now like we're well into like 15, 16. I went to a Little Sims concert and Tiffany Goucher was opening. And I won't say too much because she did come online kind of talking about how that's not the life she lives anymore. But I saw her performing and she was singing about women, obviously. And I was like, oh, that's how I feel about girls. Oh, I'm bi. Oh, okay, cool. But I think because I'd never like actually gotten with a girl sexually before in that way, that would have cemented my, my
Yeah.
gayness.
Yeah.
I didn't call myself that, but when I realized that's how I feel about them, I was like, oh,
It
okay.
just clicked.
It clicked.
Yeah.
So this is I think I was 17, and I remember going to Brighton with my mom for like a mommy-daughter day, and I was like, so mom, I have something to tell you. She's like, okay. I was like, yeah, I'm bi. She's like, okay, like I knew that. I was like, oh.
Chilled.
I was like, how did you? She was like, I see the way you look at women. I was like, what do you mean? You see
Oh,
the way
she
I look
sees.
at women? No, you don't. And then it just,
You don't know it.
and that was just it for real.
Nice.
Yeah.
Does your dad know?
I guess he knows now. My aunt actually has spoken to me about this, and she was just like, it's different over there.
Yeah.
Religion wise and just culturally, it's maybe
What religion is he?
a Christian.
Okay.
It's like, just get to know him a bit more first, and then maybe bring that up. Yeah. You might see this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I was gonna say you're like I guess sexuality isn't really that public, I would say.
Not
Like, it's not,
really.
yeah,
It's
right?
like obviously I post my girlfriend now, but honestly, between the ages of 17 to like 20, I really was just like, oh, maybe I'm pan, maybe I'm this. So I didn't really want to just come out online and be like, oh, I'm
Yeah.
gay, guys. Or I remember posting about being pan at one point because I had this affinity almost to like feminine men. So I was like, oh, I could probably date someone trans. And then I don't know, I just used to find like I think like more effeminate gay men. I was like, oh wow,
Yeah.
like there's something about that. And I
Yeah.
mean they would
Interesting.
never look at me. But I'm like, there's something in that I like. And it was
Interesting.
I think it's because I like masculinity, but I much prefer femininity in a sense of like how it's masculinity and femininity merge.
Yeah.
I got
And
you.
so I
Yeah.
was like, okay, that's interesting to
You're
me.
quite similar to that. Like, I feel like masculine women you find quite attractive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
Right.
there's
Yeah.
and I'm like, take me.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like
You
there's
know?
something,
So
yeah.
there's a little something in like they keep themselves very well and they present themselves very well. And I was like,
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, pan. And then time went on, and it was actually when I went on tour last year, and I was started watching Tutus, funny enough, and I was just listening to the conversations they were having, and then I started watching more just conversational pieces from other like lesbian, whether it's creators or just people that are in the public eye, just doing like interviews.
Mm.
Watched a lot of the Jade Fox stuff,
Mm.
and I was like, there seems to be a very calm comfortability in these people,
Mm.
and I wonder what that is. Is it like the surety of them being a lesbian? Is it the surety of like what is that? And the more and more I watched, and I was reading a lot while I was on tour, with moving around a lot. And I just said to myself, not out loud, but quietly, like, maybe I identify as a lesbian, but because of the reality that comes with that, I've been trying to not.
Interesting.
Like,
Yeah.
almost like you have to face that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I really want to be a mother. I really want to get married, and those things don't stop because you're a
Yeah.
lesbian, but they just look very different and they happen very differently.
And that is a sticking point for I think a lot of people coming
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
I think we've definitely gone through that as well. It's like,
Sure.
what about kids? What about marriage? What about the life? My whole life has
Or
been geared up
what
to
are they
have.
gonna have to put up
Yeah.
with? Like, yeah, there's a lot of that.
so much of those thoughts went through my head too, but then I ended up just saying, well, you don't have to tell anyone yet. You can just exist in that and see how it feels.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, it wasn't even like, oh, light bulb switch. Well, it was just this like, when the water just kind of goes out a little bit, it's like, whoosh. I was like, oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And obviously, I've dated men before. I've had like long-term relationship with men, and well, not long-term, but I've had a long-term relationship with a man. And then I just think back to those times. I remember when I told him I was bi, and he was like, "Well, is this just a phase?" I was like, "No, I'm monogamous. So I just whoever I love at the time is who I love at the time." Little did I know I'd end up being a lesbian, but like it wasn't a phase. It genuinely was how I felt, and I think it's really not fair when people. I mean, they're just trying to understand, but I do think it's a little unfair to say, "Well, what does this mean for me?" It's like, well, if you don't want to be with me because of this, I'm giving you the option. If you choose to be with me knowing this about me, then ask more questions, understand, and like you have the option. I would hate for someone to be with me under duress, anxious that one day I might turn around and not want to be with them.
Yeah.
Like you can go, but to ask like, oh well, what does that mean for me? It's kind of like, okay, well if you're worried about what it means for you, then maybe we shouldn't be together.
Yeah.
And I kind of just that ended up not being a thing, and we just continued as normal. And then we broke up. But yeah, that was kind of my I guess my coming out. And like you said, I'm not really public about it, but I'm more public about it now
Yeah, yeah.
because there's a surety for me in it, and this is me now. I'm good. I'm comfortable. I have this overwhelming sense of like surety of who I am. I think it had a lot to do with it did a lot for me understanding who I am as a person, and how I navigate the world. As much as sexuality doesn't define you,
Yeah.
it definitely helped to like shape how I see myself and what I want. Yeah.
But do you find that your attachment style changed when you dated men and when you date women?
Yes.
What was it? What's the change?
That's interesting. Definitely anxious when I was dating men. I just think I had this overwhelming sense of like, please like me.
Okay,
Okay.
that's so interesting.
Like,
I would have thought it would be the opposite.
No, I
like,
thought that way.
I think
Yeah.
you'd be avoidant of men
Yeah.
because maybe you were more interested in women, and so you became more anxious with women. That's so
it was like, I just, like, I'll do, like, what do I need to do to
Make
to
you
be
love me.
desirable?
Yeah.
Literally, make you love me. Like,
And
to be-
you,
and
and
you.
you.
No, but like, literally, like, to be desired. Like, I wanted to be desired by someone, anyone. Like, especially with men, because it's like, I want the marriage, I want the kids, I want the house, I want all of
Right.
that.
Yeah.
So a man's got to love me for that to happen, So what
Yeah.
do I need to do, and what do I need to bend to be for that to work? And it made me have an anxious attachment style, and
And then
now
with girls.
that I'm with women, it's like, well, with my woman,
Women.
my woman,
Plural.
one girl. Now that I'm with her, my sweet Irish, it's like
How long have you been together?
10 months now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like,
Oh, it's
it's
long.
like a year. It's like
Yeah.
basically a year. I can say that now. I can say that.
It's always that like bit just as you get to it, you're like, we can say a year, Annabelle. We can say a year. now.
Yeah. So my attachment style is definitely like secure.
Okay.
Because I don't need to be in constant, like, although we talk every day, I don't need to be in constant communication and constant reassurance from her to know that we are good.
Mm.
And we're long distance too. So
Where is she?
she's based in the DMV in the States.
Okay.
Oh, she's American.
No, she's from the Virgin Islands, the US Virgin Islands.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
She would be very, make sure for me to clarify the difference.
Cut that.
Clarify the difference. But yeah, she's from the VI.
Okay.
Yeah, so St. Thomas.
Nice.
But she lives in the DMV area.
Yeah.
And we met on TikTok. That's the whole thing.
You met on TikTok.
How?
How does that happen?
How does that happen?
How does that
Yeah,
happen?
how
You tell us.
does that happen? She commented on my video
Okay.
while I was on tour.
Okay.
I
What
saw
made
it.
it different to everyone else? I comment on your fucking videos. I'm just kidding, I'm just kidding.
And you know what it is? I saw the comment and I was like, nah, man, we're not doing this.
Well, what did she say?
She was just like, oh, are you?
Hey.
And I was like, extremely. She's like, yeah, I'm heading to your DMs. I was like, okay.
Oh,
And bear in
Oh, I
mind,
like that.
bear in mind, this is like maybe a week after I've declared to myself that I'm a lesbian. So
Oh.
I'm like, can you imagine? She just said, I can sense it.
Yeah.
I can sense it. It's
She's aligned. She knows.
literally
Yeah,
though. And she actually fun fact, the first people I actually told I was a lesbian was Ro and Nana. Shout out to them.
Really?
Yeah. I don't think Nana believed me.
Oh.
I think she thought, maybe she's bi. I don't know. I got like, obviously they're so supportive, but I'm like, I feel like
Do you
are
like
sure?
the word lesbian or do you like gay more? Because that was a conversation we had with them as well.
Yeah.
I mean,
Or you're not bothered either way.
I'm gay.
Okay.
Yeah. You don't care.
I'm a lesbian.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I think there is to say you're a lesbian, it's very specific. It's sapphic. It's specifically that.
Mm.
So I don't know.
Queer or stuff. I think queer also is like quite a big one that people.
Yeah,
like
I don't know
use.
if like I would definitely say I am part of the queer community, but I would more so just say like I'm a lesbian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because when you said people that are like genuinely themselves, like these two are the people that I thought of.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it really feels like they've done the journey and they're there now.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. Love them.
So
Okay.
honestly, love them so
Yeah.
much. So then I basically for 2 months was ignoring all the advances, but she was so sweet. In my TikTok, he was like, "Hey, how's your Saturday going? What you up to this weekend?" I'm like,
Thoughtful.
I went on her page. I'm like, she looks so young. That's just not happening, and not even just because she's young. Like, comment on my TikTok video, baby. This is not how we do things. Like, this is not how we do things. For 2 months, I was like, and then she does do photography. So I was like, oh, let me go and look at her page to see if I can find a picture of her. because she's really relentless with it. And she'll be like commenting in my lives too, like, oh, what are you doing? And what sounds? Because I was like producing on live. So, oh, what sounds are you using? What are you trying to get across? And I'm like, oh, but I didn't even realize
she's
it was
committed.
Yeah.
Did you find that a bit like, oh, weird, or were you like?
I didn't even realize it was her because I wasn't really like looking for her. She was just around. And then she actually commented on one of the clips from the Tutu's podcast saying, oh, thank you for being so open and vulnerable. It's so beautiful to see you be so open and vulnerable. I was like, who is this kid? Like, that's a really lovely thing to say. And I went and I found like her picture and her tag photos because
Deep
We're
dive.
stalkers. Yeah, we get it.
I was like, oh, she's kind of fine.
She's coming home with me.
yeah, literally.
I was like, let me see to that. Went into the DMs. I basically responded to her comment in the DM. So I technically slid in her DMs for the initiation of our thing. While she definitely did initiate.
Yeah, I was gonna say for months.
For months, I finally responded, but I went in the DMs first and I was like, this is really lovely. She's like, oh, you're welcome. And I was like, oh, and you're stunning.
Oh.
I was the first person to like drop a like flirty, like,
Yeah.
you know, like shoot my shot.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
it went,
like,
wow.
oh, thanks, how are you? I was like, yeah, how old are you? I think one of the first questions I asked her was like, do you have kids? So I'm like, look, we grown.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then from there, that was November 11th, 2024. And then we've spoken every day ever since.
But that is a year, no?
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
It's a year. Yeah.
And then
When did you first meet face to face?
Oh my goodness. Okay, that was like what I was going to talk about next.
Oh,
So
I'm so glad you asked.
I was on a trip in Barbados for my birthday.
Oh.
Well, it was a work trip that crossed over with my birthday. And then we were like, this is when we kind of more started FaceTiming more and all of that. So I was like, yeah, in the morning. I actually had braids at the time. Forget that. Oh, blink, forget that. So like, you know, all like in the sunshine, like with my tresses and all the things, which is really cool because before she got to see me the way that people in my life know me from before I ever did music. So it's kind of a nice thing for her to meet, not like who I became as Hamza, but really like who I was before any of the music and anything like that. So
You don't ever use your first name, do you?
I don't
No.
know, but it's Malika.
Oh.
Yeah.
It means queen, though.
Queen, yeah. It's precious because like only people that know me from before address me as that.
Yeah.
So it's like,
that is so
Is it Arabic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is so cute.
Oh. I wondered how you knew.
Malika.
you know,
Yeah.
hey, so
It's a
it
beautiful
was
name, by the way.
Thank you so much. It was January the 6th. I flew to the airport to see her, and I remember before we started landing, my heart was like,
Oh, yeah.
so it's like, wait, what? I remember being in Canada before that for my friend's birthday. Ebony, shout out to you, Ebony. And she was like, okay, cool. So you're gonna go meet her. This is really cool. Okay, you're gonna stay in you got a hotel. And I was like, no, I'm staying at her house. And she was like, oh, okay, that's wild, but okay. And I was like, But when I landed at the airport and I saw her, I literally like folded over. I was like, oh my God, like she's real.
Have you written any songs about her?
Yeah, I have.
In the new album?
No, because I wrote that album before I met her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then I literally was like, oh my God, she's really cute. And like, she's so like just gorgeous and cool. And like, oh my God, she's standing there all like cool and stuff. And I was like losing my shit. I was like, oh my God. And I had my suitcases and walking up.
Did you learn what she felt when she first saw you as well? Like,
yeah, she was same.
Same.
Was,
You
was like,
you guys were
she was just happy, almost happy that I folded over because she then was like, oh, she actually really, she thinks I'm cute. Like,
yeah.
Okay.
you know, she's not horrended by the sight. Like, and we hugged. And I remember just in that moment when she hugged me, I was like, uh-oh, I think this is it. Like,
The feels of that.
yeah, it was like this. Yeah, I'm safe. I'm home. Like
Oh,
this
that's
is
so
this
sweet.
is it. It's my
Okay.
wife. Like day one. Like I was like, oh yeah, that's my wife. Yeah.
Obsessed.
This is crazy. I think I tell her the story. I tell her how this feeling like every week. I'm like, oh God, baby, remember we met. I just felt like I knew you were the one.
Yeah.
And she said she felt the same way, and it was just from that moment we just got on like a house on fire.
Yeah.
It you expect to have those bit of like awkwardness, and there was none of that, honestly.
yeah.
I think we just gel. Our neurodivergence works well
They
together.
complement each other.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Sometimes people's neurodivergence make you clash,
Mhm.
and we have our moments just as humans, as
Yeah.
women.
Yeah.
Definitely as women, because sometimes our periods sync and we're in our luteal phase at the same time.
Love that.
I love you, baby. So that could be tough. But honestly, like seeing her for the first time I was like, oh, I've never been so sure.
Yeah.
And so like
Wow.
the decision, when you're like, oh, maybe I regret this. I shouldn't have done this. I shouldn't have come. I was like, oh gosh, can I stay? No, I can't. But
Okay.
Yeah,
Do you
it's
get kind of like a
gorgeous.
little sense of that now every time you see each other after a while of not seeing each other? Do you get a little sense of like, oh,
yeah, it's
Yeah.
really it can be really tough. I remember the last time I left, she's actually moved out of the apartment that we basically spent the whole of like last year growing, and this a safe space that. And the last trip was the last trip I'd ever be in that apartment, and the last time we'd be there together. And I remember I was washing the dishes, and I just like started bawling. I'm like,
Oh, no.
like like that, like
Ugly cry.
I'm like, I can't catch my breath.
Oh, no.
Like washing the dishes, and then I'm like, okay, try to breathe. Then I just start thinking about the first time I entered the doors, and then I'm like,
Yeah, I know. That is horrible because it's
Yeah.
like a nice feeling, but also like sad because it's like, oh no, this is
I
over.
was bawling.
Yeah.
And then she's like, oh, baby. And then she's like, I have a surprise. I'm like, what's a surprise?
Yeah.
She's like, I'm coming to London for your birthday.
Oh.
I was like, what are you talking about? There's a video. I'm like, what are you talking about? She's like, I promise. And then she pointed behind me. She was like recording me. I was like, oh, you are joking. She's like, no, I swear I'm not. And then she shows me her booked flight
And
to
she's
London.
actually come.
And then she came for I was just like,
That's so cute.
and I just wailed again. I'm like, I love you so
Oh,
much.
that's so nice. Oh,
Like, you
that's
guys
so
into
cute.
my personal life a little too much.
Oh.
No, I love it.
No, that's really
It
cute.
was like insanity. Like anyway, I could talk about her for hours, but yeah.
No, but I love that. I think you're in that like period of like proper like love. You found that person that like gets you, you connect with. It's really exciting actually. Like
Mhm.
everything that's happening and coming for you next year, like the album.
Crazy. I
it's
also
really cool.
I've already started recording my second album.
What?
Already?
Yeah, I got back 2 days ago from Denmark. Because there's a producer on the album called Asmus Harm from Denmark. And he is just someone who's so passionate about music. And he really is set out on this mission to make music that just makes him feel good, and showcase the musicians that they have in Denmark, and like the level of, skill that they have. And obviously they're all successful in their own ways and own rights, and work with like really great artists too. But he was saying how my music and the way I write is different to what they do in Denmark, and he just wanted a chance to kind of express that. And I think I was there for 4 days.
Mm.
Oh my goodness.
Was that over in Copenhagen or?
Yeah, in
Okay,
Copenhagen.
nice.
Made some incredible music.
Oh, fun.
Oh my goodness. I'm obsessed with these songs. These like
Really?
yeah, we have like 4 like kind of solid songs that we got out of those couple of days. My goodness.
Really?
My
Okay.
goodness. Guys, this second album?
I'm
Is
so
this common
excited.
practice where people will like have not released their first and it's coming, but then like they'll work with?
I have no idea. But
Okay.
I think it
This is
happens.
annoying. Well, how long is this gonna be?
Oh. Do you know what though? I think after I've released the first album, I'm gonna roll it out. Obviously, spend time doing the
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
campaign and everything, and then at least that way, I very soon after have something to follow up.
Yeah.
I
So
think
it's like
my career has been a pattern of releasing space, and honestly, I thank the Lord. I thank my supporters. I thank people who believe in me that I've been able to still be a part of the conversation in some ways, because I don't release as frequently as I would like to, and not because I can't, but I just think I've always had this like in and out
yeah.
with whether it was different team, whether it was funds, whatever it
Yeah.
has been. And so now I'm in a space where if my mind wants to write the songs, just do
You
it.
have to there and
Because
then.
if I do this first album, drop it, and then I have a writer's block, I'd be mad at myself.
Yeah.
So
Keep
There's a
going.
weird theory going around at the minute with certain ideas that you have.
mhm.
If you don't act on it
Yeah.
and do it there and then, that idea will float
and go
and
to
someone else.
and go to someone,
someone else.
Yeah.
I'm happy. I
But
understand.
you, no, but you have to, because I think you are one of those people that are obviously work hard, because I hate when people say like talented enough and gifted enough, but I'm going to say that, but you obviously work hard, but talented enough and gifted enough that you can afford to take those breaks, because your voice and your songs, they continue.
Oh, thank
So
you.
I wouldn't worry about it, but definitely keep it coming.
Yeah.
Because like it is really nice when you find someone that you love to listen to so much and you feel really heard. It's nice to get like new stuff from them and like new music and things like that. So for me, please, personally.
Yeah. It is really lovely. Like, thank you for saying that, because it's nice to hear directly from people that like they care and they like.
Yeah.
I think I'm not short of people who show me love and things like that. I really am appreciative of everyone who just is always rooting for me, but it's easy to get in your head.
Yeah, for 100%.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
For sure.
Especially with art, anything art wise, I think is quite difficult.
Yeah.
But I think you've got your flow kind of back, and it feels like you're getting there. And I think I feel like it's gonna be magic. Even this like second album, I feel like it's gonna be magic.
Yeah.
So
oh gosh,
I'm
I'll
very
I'll
excited.
send you both things I'm working on. I'll send you a link to like the first album to just kind of.
You don't
Start.
have to, but I would
don't
love
mind.
that. Yeah,
I
that would be
don't mind.
amazing.
I don't
Yeah.
mind. But then you have to promise that you actually stream it when it comes out.
Of
Yes.
course.
Because it's
I'll buy it. I'll buy it off Apple. I don't stream. I'll buy it. Yeah.
Bye.
I've already bought your other side. Yeah, it's a rich bitch right here.
Money.
Oh, he got money.
No,
so
honestly,
bad. Oh, gosh.
I love it. I think anyone who has art, who has creativity, keep pushing, because it is a tough industry.
Yeah.
But it's really important, and I love it so much.
And I know exactly where I want to go to. Like, I want to be on stages. I want to be acting. I want to be writing. I want to be in all different realms. So I think I owe it to myself to really see music through the way that I know I should be. Oh, this dog is so
I just want to ask, because I'm interested myself, like,
Yes.
how are you now? Like, how is your mental health now? How are you feeling now?
I think I always say this. I feel like I'm in a transitional period, but I feel like I'm always in a transition.
Aren't we all?
Yeah.
I actually just posted a video about this today, saying that, I'll keep it brief, but saying that there's certain things in my life that matter more now than they ever have. I'm in a space where, you know, when they say, oh, multiple streams of income, so you can do this. I really am concerned about building a life not just that revolves around myself, but that includes the people I love and that are closest to me. And I want to reach certain financial goals and certain career goals and just tangible goals and things that will set me up so that I can have the family I want and get engaged and do all these life things, and not just consume myself with just my dream, because obviously that's important, and in order to reach certain heights you have to be laser focused and relentless. But I also care about what my family life looks like, because that is so rich.
Yeah, that love. Yeah, yeah. I think it's like any job. You can focus to get promoted, obviously get bigger, but then there is the more important things as well that add to it.
To me anyway. And I respect anyone who chooses to do things how they want to.
Yeah.
Like completely.
Yeah, no,
but that's
for sure.
my
I think
personal
that's
love that.
beautiful.
prerogative.
I love that so much. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
We
You've been talking a lot, right? But
Yes.
can you sing me a little bit of "Hard to Love"?
Oh,
I asked Josh, and he was
can't
like, "Don't
ask on
ask
the
her," and I was like, "Please."
spot.
Okay.
But you don't have to. You don't actually have to.
What's your favorite part?
I like the beginning.
Okay.
Complicated.
I need to shut my eyes for this.
I know that the way that I am is a bit complicated. So thank you for waiting. Thank you for your patience. You're the reason we made it. I'm here, then I'm gonna leave you alone. But you're never faced, yeah. And for that I'm grateful. But I don't wanna let you down, down, down. But when I do, you're on the ground, ground, ground too. Pick me up when I've had enough, and I know it's not easy for you. I know it must be hard to love somebody like me.
You're gonna cry. The way he's gonna have that on repeat.
So so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh my god, that was so.
You're so sweet.
Oh my
Stop.
god. That was amazing. Thank you so much.
Your eyes are like getting glossy. No, stop.
I love that so much. Oh, can you close off?
Thank you so much for coming. It has been an absolute pleasure to have you.
Oh, you guys are incredible.
Absolutely
Thank you
loved
for
it. Thank you.
having
Thank
me.
you.
Until next time.
Bye.